Hello everybody, so today we're going to do another Exodia video. Woohoo! This time we're playing Mountain. So we are going to do some seasonal videos soon. I just want to go through and do Exodia on every single breaker first, and then we're going to go through and do seasonal on every single breaker. To begin with, we are going to do a Mountain though. Well, this isn't to begin with actually at all, that's a lie. We've done a Jungler video, we've done a Bronzy video, we've done a Valkyrie video, we've done an Elsa video, and we've done a Lina video. So this time we're going to come through and play one of the heavier breakers, so we're going to play Mountain. Mountain, I play him primarily as a skill-based build, thanks to the fact that he has this guaranteed crit ability on his Meteor Smash still. He is one of the only breakers to keep and retain his guaranteed crits, which is fantastic, as he didn't have much going for him anyway. He doesn't have much in terms of damage scaling, unfortunately, but what he does have is some fantastic upgrades for Meteor Smash, which is why I like playing him as skill. He has 100% skill power here. Next to the guaranteed crit, this 100% skill power is definitely next in line as most important. Increasing base damage of a skill is very, very important before you think about multipliers. That's because, well, if there's not much damage coming out from the skill, multiplying that's not doing much for you, is it? So you get the 100% skill power, and then we hope to see the 100% damage against shock. From there, we then like the cooldown, but we don't really care for this. Adding shock surface on the floor is not really... It's not that important, because we already have a way of shocking with jump shock, and that's why we don't really like the one that's over here either. Wait, which one is it? Yeah, we don't like this one either. So we only really care to see these three, this if we can, and then we want to find the 25% multiplier for targets hit by jump shock, plus also the 50% shock target multiplier for enemies hit when you use jump shock too. These are the most important upgrades. So all in all, it's pretty simple. There's only 6 upgrades you're mainly looking for, as opposed to a whole plethora that breakers usually have. But why is that? Because those are the only good ones. Now if we look at recourse stun, for example, we only have shock surface and it gives weapon power, ew. We have cooldown, we have max shields, skill power of the ability, again this makes it hit decent, and then we have +2 falling arrows, sorry. It's also pretty decent. Then we got jump shock damage here for 200%. It's too slow of an ability really for this to be consistent damage, but the being able to just quickly jump once, apply shock, and then get both of these effects to immediately go into doing Meteor Smash is definitely a much better gameplay loop. But the other upgrades for these are terrible. 50% weapon power, cooldown. We come down to counterattacking. Now, in speedrunning, counterattacking, bad. In general play and the stuff we're about to be doing, where we're just going to play through Exodia like normal and just showcase the damage of a breaker, well, it's fantastic. So in that sense, this upgrade is great. Counterattacking will give us 100% critical damage, and that is fantastic. But everything else, apply the healing twice, it's very mediocre. Max shield, it's very mediocre. And then resetting cooldowns. This one arguably can be decent, but if we're having to pick this over any of these, then there's an issue. With all that said, why is all that a problem? Well, now let's look at the cooldowns of Mountain. Yeah, they're very long. They're very long. But if we cover relics real quick, special charge module, this is going to give us back those cooldowns very fast. Convergent skill module, skill power. Then we've got defense suit of merciless attack. This is going to be attack power. Necklace of giant strength, also giving us attack power. That's right, no tier 3s. We're going to hopefully find cooldown stuff in the run. If not, we're going to just find big dummy thick damage and just bongo all over enemies with Meteor Smash. If we look at our stats, it's very, very strong. Now if we go and look at our breaker, our toy worker, also very, very strong. The reason I'm using this toy worker over something like Power Dog though is because my Power Dog is still rolled from the old system, and this is something I'm only going to save when trying to push with world record times. But in general play, I want to use stuff that everyone has access to. So I'm using Mark 1 Lobo with normalized rolls of something that everyone can easily go and get, so that way if you wanted to try and copy paste whatever I do in this, you can. That being said, let's get into the round, shall we? First things first, let's hopefully showcase the thing about the season upgrade, the upgrade boxes, because I know I mentioned it in videos, but I don't think I've ever shown it. So we just loaded into our run, right? We haven't reset, we haven't done anything, we just got into this run. Now, if we go to our skill upgrades, you can see we have the guaranteed critical hits. Why is this important? Well, starting with your favorite skill ability is important, right? Like, it's a very crucial thing for our build. But what else is this actually doing? Since Meteor Smash right now has one upgrade in it, and no other skill has an upgrade in it, when we go over to this skill box, the very left option will present us with an upgrade that we have a skill point in. This makes it very easy and very, very efficient for us to be able to just restart runs and farm our second preferred upgrade at the same time. So, bam! This is one of the best upgrades that we could hope for, and we pick it up. This is great. This means the left option in every box is always going to be a Meteor Smash one. This gives us a lot of consistency with trying to get what we want. This means the next skill box we go into as well is also going to have Meteor Smash on the left. This is brand new to this version of ANVIL, never functioned like this ever before, which is fantastic. So now we're going to come in, and this is going to be our rotation loop. We jump shock, we cancel it, and then we Meteor Smash. We Meteor Smash. Oh, he dodged the third one. What a gamer. Yeah, we should get him a Fortnite gamer pass. This man's cranking 90s. Alright, but, for example, if we now go into the next planet, the box option on the left is going to be Meteor Smash. This means, hopefully, we now have 100% skill power Meteor Smash waiting for us. We didn't. We only had cooldown. But let's say we pick one of these. If we picked one of these instead, this would open up our options for the left option here to also start showing whatever skill one of these might give. So say we pick the jump shock one here. That means when we open up skill boxes, the left option will either be a Meteor Smash one or a jump shock one. This is why we prefer to skip this type of stuff, if it's not that impactful to our build, in favor for stuff that's very minor and very impactful for our build, as long as it's to do with the correct skill, so we can not blow our options on the far left anymore. So let's roll once. Critical power chip. Now, unfortunately, this might be a little bit of a long fight, because we're going to have to wait for cooldowns. So we'll jump shot. Jump again. Bam. Now, we have to wait for our cooldown, so we're going to boom, 21k. Apply shock. Recall stun. It gave us a reset, but we don't want to waste it. We want to do our most damage possible, so we're going to wait for our for a way of applying shock to cover cooldown. Shock. Just imbue this real quick, shall we? And now let's finish him off. And this is the general gameplay loop that I like to have for Mountain. As you see, Recall Stun can do some decent damage. It's just a very long animation, and usually if something has a long animation without quick payout of damage, I tend to not like it. Now, we get onto the parts that Mountain is very good at dealing with. We have a high chance right now to get the high skill power damage. There it is. Now, Mountain is very good against mechanical bosses because he does plasma damage. Why is that important? Well, you deal 50% extra damage to mechanical bosses because they always have a shield. This means we're going to come in here, we're going to jump shock to apply shock and immediately Meteor Smash. And there's 2 health bars gone. Now, let's apply shock again. Meteor Smash. This is the strength of Mountain. This is what he is good at and why he is not terrible when it comes to Exodia. The downside of him is when you're not against mechanicals. But if you're able to get a run with Mountain where every single boss leading up to Protean is mechanical, you can have a pretty consistent speed run on Mountain. It's just you need to have everything line up with your skills, otherwise you're going to have terrible downtime with your skills, like you saw on Hydra, for example, and that just burns away your time. If they ever add back season solo leaderboards for each breaker, I would love to see the type of stuff that people get up to on Mountain, because I generally think he could be a very, very fun breaker to have a competitive ladder for. Now, for example, we have even more shock damage coming now, so let's go apply shock. Bam, bam, boom. These are very easy to get relics in terms of what we actually have in this run right now. Nothing here is outstanding, nothing here is exceptional. This is all basic stuff that pretty much everyone can get, so just grabbing a quick clear on someone like Mountain should be relatively easy. Let's quickly check. Bam, we have all of our important upgrades. Wow, what a coinky dink. This is how like consistent he can be with getting his runs online, by the way. We didn't have to do any resets for this. If we didn't get a good upgrade by Planet Free, you could just reset. It's completely fine. Not having the jump shock stuff as well is not that big of a detriment. Sometimes you could just make it up by having a better relic, for example. Now let's wait for that. For example, I generally think we would actually have more damage right now if instead of the 5% global multiplier, we actually had the critical damage on counterattack. Just as an example. But yeah, Mountain good, guys. Mountain is good. Don't sleep on him. Let's roll once. Nothing fantastic in here. Now, just gonna put this out there. Imagine, I know, big old rainbow just flew overhead right now. Imagine 3 mountains, all just mongos sticking on a pool. All right, plasma target. Now we usually cancel our jump shock instantly anyway. So we're going to jump shock in and then just one-shot boss. 949k, 700k DPS. What's this gone at? Taking no damage, grants attack power. Perfect. We just quickly hot swap our missile launcher. I don't know if I covered this, but we're running a missile launcher, by the way. This is just for the 50% critical damage, nothing else. Like, it does decent damage per shot, but that's not the reason we're taking it. I'm going to save money just in case we can see a nice tier 3 on the next planet. Now, I will say this. Protean not being a mechanical does slow him down a little bit. Like, it's not going to be as fast as killing Arctic here, for example. But by all means, it is still a pretty quick clear. We're just going to pick up the last one for the extra cooldown. Mending, really? No. Oh man, you're not going to give us... Okay, I was about to say, you're not going to give us anything to just round us out. Again, let's quickly cover our relics. Nothing here is exceptional. Nothing here is game-breaking. We don't have a single tier 5 relic, tier 4 relic, sorry, like none of the meteors or thunder strikes or anything. Trust me, they'll be really nice if we had the meteors. It looks really cool and does really good damage. We have only rank 1 plasma, only a rank 1 boss target, only a rank 1 shock target. Preferably we would have this like maxed out. Having shock target leveled is actually a massive damage multiplier for Mountain and Exodia runs. Only 1 rank on critical chip. 3 ranks of power chip is quite nice. It's only 30%. This is the equivalent to having like an extra chip on. Necklace of Giant Strength, Mercer's Attack, Quality Energy Skill Module, and Special Charge Module. Very basic relics. Copy and paste this. Go one-shot some bosses. It's a lot of fun. Bam, boom, bop, boom. Alright, and now he transitions again. We are going to wait for cooldown, so we want to just try and skip a phase if we can. Just jump towards it. Oh, we can't skip any phases. That's okay. We have to wait for cooldown. That's just recourse done. Yeah, take that. Counter attack off the ball. Jump shock in, and one shot. Bam. Anyway, there we go, guys. Mountain in Exodia. If you've been struggling with playing Mountain Exodia, hopefully this can at least like give you some sort of guiding path on how he should be played, or how you might want to play him, I should say, to just get some big old dummy thick damage out. If you're struggling, this is only a 2-minute 11 clear. That's pretty decent, right? Just quickly go through Exodia. If you don't have all mechanical lineup, just reset if you're struggling. If you do have an all mechanical lineup, or you don't really care about the bosses, check the first box, look on the left. If you don't have a meteor upgrade for your meteor strike, then yeah, just check for your damage. This one here, just check for this, put that in, check for this, grab that, start with this, and just try and get one of these two on the first planet. Try and get skill power, or try and get damage against shock targets on the first planet. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.